Welcome to the Michigan Runner Show. Join us each time as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great sport.
Hi, my name is Joseph Codrington, former track and field competitor at Eastern Michigan University, and just about to be inducted into Eastern Michigan's Hall of Fame.
Kaji, when did you become All-American over there at Eastern Michigan? What event?
1984, in the distance medley, we were the first Michigan school to win one of those relays at the NCAA level, NCAA Division I, over in Syracuse at the Carrier Dome.
Now, what for our listeners who don't know what the distance medley is, what distances are run in that four-person relay?
You have the 800 meters, 400 meters, 1,200 meters, and then a mile. So you need four good guys across the board in those areas in order to pull that win out. And we did have those horses.
What was your event?
I was the lead off. It was the 800 meters. And at the time, this was 1984, and at the time, you had to run one in the day before and then come back to fun the next day. Today, they just run one. And they vary the events. In my time, we started with the 800. Sometimes they start with the 1,200 and then go from there.
Who were your other three competitors, teammates?
When I led off, I handed over to Eric Frederick. He was a 400 guy. He handed over to Dan Shamir, and then Shamir had the honor of taking it to Earl Jones, and Earl Jones that very same year ended up being the bronze medalist in the 800 meters at the '84 Olympics in LA.
Great teammates. Now, what were your years of competition over at Eastern Michigan?
From 80 through 84, I had great competition coming directly from Barbados. I was able to improve my times. I got better and better each year. Won multiple events and relays with the Mid-American Conference, both indoor and outdoor, as well as Central Collegiates. Did pretty well as a competitor.
Now you were born and raised in Barbados.
That is correct.
And so how did you, of course, that's a big track country, so how did you get into track and continue from there?
Believe it or not, cricket is even bigger in Barbados because we have one of the best cricketers in the world coming from Barbados. But track and soccer were some of the major sports, and I quit soccer to stick with track because I heard about a scholarship and I wanted to find out what that was about. So I just pursued one sport and focused on it and was able to achieve what I was looking for.
So now, exactly how did you get to Eastern Michigan? We know Bob Parks is a great recruiter. So obviously he recruited you. How did that come about?
I think that came about because of the 1976 Olympic champion in the 100 meters went to Eastern. He was from Trinidad. And one of my club mates ran against him and did very well. And he heard about it. And that's how he got to know about myself and this other guy whose name was David Phillips. And I think that's how it started. I actually didn't hear from Bob Parks. I heard from one of his boosters at the time, which was Bill Mays, a cousin to the great Willie Mays. And this letter came from Lansing saying, hey, we're going to give you a scholarship to Eastern. And I was like, where is this letter coming from? I didn't know that they'd heard about me. I think my coach from my club has sent things out to a couple of different universities, and Eastern was one. That was the first one I heard from.
Well, and so now you've, like I said, stayed in Michigan since that time, and you now are a coach here with the Ann Arbor Flyer Track Club, and also you're an agent for track and field and coach for athletes. Just give us a quick background on both of those.
Yeah, well, I moved from Ypsilanti to Ann Arbor, just a short 7-mile distance, and I had some kids of my own that were interested in running track, and so we sought out a track club and look at the schools and so forth. Ron Beasley, who's the director for the youth department, had asked me about coaching, and I said, well, I haven't coached before, but I think I can do pretty well at it. Turns out that I liked it, and I was really good at it. So we started doing that, and I've been able to help a number of kids to reach some pretty good levels. We have kids that are now All-Americans themselves, and we're talking 12-year-olds, 13, 14, that kind of thing. And they've gone to the Junior Olympics and done very well there. So we've now made a huge impact in the area. And we have kids coming from as far away as Birmingham and Brighton and so forth, just to come to Ann Arbor to be part of the Ann Arbor Youth Track Club.
And now you're also an agent for a few athletes, or
Yeah.
so how is that going?
That's going pretty well. It so happens that I do represent one of the top runners from Eastern Michigan University. His name is Eric Alejandro. He's a 400-meter hurdler. He is now I would guess Eastern's representative when it comes to the Olympics. Since 1960, Eastern has always had some type of track athlete at the Olympics, and he was at the Olympics in 2012 as a semifinalist in his event, and we believe he's going to make the next one. And there are many schools from some large conferences that don't have that. Eastern does, where every Olympiad from 1960 until 2012, someone from Eastern has been competing.
Oh, well, fantastic. Well, and so the big induction ceremony is September 18th at the Eagle Crest, and we're looking forward to seeing you be inducted to the Hall of Fame.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.